Hello Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 7th, going to the 13th of August. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys. If you like my setup, then let me know. And if you have not subscribed already, then what are you doing, Gemini? What are you doing? This card is coming up for everyone. I really feel like everyone's going through some sort of like shift in their timeline, meaning that your life is going to change drastically, basically. Like, the impossible is almost happening. That's what it feels like. But let's see what this is saying for you guys. For you, it could be really kind of like fixing something that didn't feel like it could be fixed. Or, yeah, for some of you, it is to do with reconciliation, but not for all of you. Okay, some of you don't want to hear that. And I understand. But it will not be with something very toxic, you know what I mean? It's hot in your reading. All of a sudden. Alright, for Geminis, please. Overall energy. The Fool. That's where the timeline shift is coming from. Now, the Fool, for those of you who know, is the beginning of the tarot story, practically. Okay, so the Fool is number 0 for a reason, because it's a complete new cycle, end of an old, beginning of a new, and the Fool is taking a leap of faith to start a new journey. So that makes sense for the truth be told. I always say this is like a window, like a portal opening to like a new environment, new situation, complete new life. Of course, it can mean that truth is going to be revealed. Could be an important conversation coming up for you guys this week, because we do have a message in a bottle too, which I am going to clarify these and speak about them in more detail. But from what I'm seeing, it really does feel like this is a very clear energy. Like, if you've been very uncertain for a while, Gemini, then things are really going to clear themselves up. Like, if you've been confused, that period of time is going to be over. You are going to take a leap of faith. You are going to do something very different, maybe something that you didn't expect yourself to do. You are going to jump into this portal practically, and you are going to do something very different with your life. So sorry about moving the camera. I'm going to pull you one of these cards, and then I'm going to clarify everything to just talk a bit more about your week. For Gemini, what's the key word for the week? We have loneliness, and another one did come out for you with balance. Interesting. Right, let's go through it. I will touch on that, don't worry. Alright, so let's clarify the truth be told. This timeline shift for Geminis. It has been coming up for everyone. It does feel like it's like a collective energy that's coming through. Could be to do with love. Now, with the 7 of Wands, there is a few ways of saying this. I feel like for some of you, like, it's not been something that you've been wanting to think about much recently, or maybe in general. If you've been single for a while, you may have been focusing so much on everything else that you're just like, I just don't have time for it. I don't have time for dating, don't have time for a new relationship, I don't have time to get to know somebody. Whatever it may be, I don't have time for it, or I've got so much else to deal with, or maybe you're just very resistant to it in general, like, I don't want it. All right, this is what's changing, because the truth be told is kind of like the universe might be showing you through dreams or through anything. Like, you might be just catching glimpses of relationships or of what love could look like and stuff like that. And even though there is still this resistant energy, I do believe that, look at this similarities here. Like, you're trying to not jump off of this here because you think it's bad. I don't want to get in a relationship. I don't want to deal with this love. And again, for some of you, it may be like a reconciliation. Maybe that's something that you're fighting here, is a specific person, which I'm going to say this lightly, because if this is a situation that was at all like unhealthy and really bad for you, then absolutely don't go for it. But I'm just going to be a messenger for some of you who are outside of that group of people, because I'm not sensing any of that. The Ace of Cups is a very pure offer. This is somebody who really wants something, maybe as a friend turned to a lover or whatever. There is some resistance on your side practically, Gemini, about this. Maybe it's just not on your path right now. You just don't feel like it's where you're supposed to be going, or whatever it may have been blocking you here. The Ace of Cups is going to win. That's what it feels like, because that cliff that you were so adamant, I'm not jumping off of this, I'm not starting a new path, I'm not going to do that, you end up doing it. But the Fool card is like, there is faith in the universe and the reason why it's taking you there. And I feel like you're just exploring where the universe wants you to go. Maybe because you've been feeling lonely. Now, for this to come up with a love message too, specifically for those who are like, I don't need this. Like, I know I don't need this. No, you don't need it. Or we all need somebody, right? We don't need a love relationship. But it feels like you're going to be a lot more open to people because of some sort of love offer that's coming your way, or some sort of emotional support system that's coming your way. The affirmation for loneliness is to tell yourself, you know, I know that I'm never alone. I think some of you wanted to be alone, but I think that might have been like a coping mechanism, because I think maybe you're scared of vulnerability, scared of opening yourself up again, because that may mean there is a possibility of being hurt. It's a risk, right? Of course. The Fool card is a risk taker. So you guys, something's changing. You're becoming a risk taker. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is just this particular person or this particular offer that changes your mind, or whether the universe has just finally convinced you. But it feels like that's what you're opening yourself up to. The Knight of Pentacles, again, a solid offer, solid opportunity. This is a very beautiful card about taking a journey, a long journey. So in it for the long term. If there is a relationship coming through, it's for the long haul. It's somebody who's very grounded, somebody who wants to grow with you, learn with you, someone who wants to plant seeds with you, invest with you. Right? This is somebody who you may be focusing a lot more on your finances at this time, or this other person may be, okay? All right, so then we also have mending. Now this could be a separate message within itself, but this could be to do with that relationship or partnership or friendship or whatever with somebody, okay, with mending here. This is just about fixing things that may have been broken. This is about, you know, working as a team to do something, to create something. Let me just clarify what mending is here for Gemini. The Devil. And Six of Swords, which is beautiful. Because past energy is lingering, past memories, things that may have happened in the past, people that may have happened in the past that may be blocking you. The mending, what you seem to be mending is the Devil energy. Maybe there was an element in a relationship of codependency or addictions or some negative traits that were overpowering, that got in the way of this. This feels like you're moving away from that Devil energy. Some of you may just be forgiving the past and moving forward, but the Six of Swords is like learning a lesson as you've come out of the chaotic period, and it's moving out of that Devil energy. So whether there was temptation, it doesn't just have to be to do with other lovers. I won't really condone people going back to cheaters, but again, some people do learn, some people do change, but I'm not fond of that myself, but you do you. Gemini, if that resonates with you, but the Devil energy is what you're moving away from. You're cutting chains from whatever negative influences may have been around you. And this could even be people. You may find, because these are two people moving away from this big energy, that the energy could just be external influences. It may be somebody who was dictating to your relationship or had some sort of hold over your relationship, or whether it was certain addictions or habits or traits, or this could just be negativity was impacting a dynamic. You're breaking free from that, which is good, because I feel like this is now where you can have a conversation. You're not tied to each other, forced together, or forced, I don't know. You don't have that negative force around you to clog your mind. I feel like something's changed in this dynamic, whether you just move away from it, which some of you may do. But for those of you who it resonates with, it does feel like maybe you both had some issues with the Devil. Maybe you both like had other people in your life that was making your relationship more stressful. Six of Swords is like you're both able to move away from whatever it was that caused chaos. Okay, it could be some travel involved here, but like you're out of that dark phase. Maybe you're both of you. Maybe it was just like mental health. Like sometimes it does play a part. Somebody's got their struggles, you've got your own, and then you clash big time because of it, you know. Has an influence. But yeah, you're moving away from that. Now we're able to actually sit down and have that conversation and get on without this negative energy. The heart is hurting in your reading. Alrighty, well then we have message in a bottle. So for Gemini, what is this message coming through for them? What is this message in a bottle? have the Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles. I kind of feel like this is not just, it could be an email, it could be a text message or a phone call coming through, but this can also mean signs and synchronicities. And I really do believe this might come up in your dreams. It may just be an epiphany moment that comes up for you, because the Hanged Man is usually a stuck, stagnant energy. So in terms of maybe feeling maybe in your work life, or to do with your skills and abilities, some of you have felt a bit stuck, or maybe feeling like all you do is work, or all you do is focus on this one thing and don't really have a life outside of it, whatever it may be. The Hanged Man is usually in his position, sometimes by choice, to understand a situation and to see something differently. So for some of you, seeing your work differently, seeing how you make money differently, is going to enlighten some sort of epiphany for you, and that's the message. The universe is going to speak directly through you to maybe give you an idea of how to make money, to give you an idea about how to improve your life in whatever way, shape or form. The message seems to be the universe speaking to you, giving you some sort of enlightenment to work on something and to maybe profit from it if that's something that you desire. Another keyword that you guys had is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so finding that balance. Clarify the Fool card. The Tower and the Nine of Wands. And the Fool, like, again, the Six of Cups too. So the past energy is coming through a little bit toxic. Don't like to use that word, but that's what it feels like. And again, apologies for moving my camera around. I have to keep still. But a Six of Cups is like past memories. It could be childhood memories. It could be childhood friends. It could just be people in our lives that we've had around for a while. The Tower and the Nine of Wands feels like there is some sort of separation coming through, whatever negative influence. It feels like this is the devil. It could be family even. I don't quite know. But the Fool is what you're running away from, because you're realizing it had a very big impact in either your love life or your love for yourself even, There was something that you were fighting against that the universe didn't want you to fight against. Like peace, harmony, this is what this Ace of Cups represents, right? And you were fighting that because you thought that was the enemy, because something told you it was the enemy. Love is the enemy. This person is the enemy. But the universe was like, break away from this and you'll understand what really was the enemy. And I think this is what the epiphany is going to be. Not just that epiphany that we were just speaking about, but the Tower and the Nine of Swords is like, Nine of Wands is when you take this leap of faith, you're really going to be realizing who played a very big part in your life and your belief system. The Tower card is things are going to fall apart, all right, when you figure this out. But you already escaped the situation, so don't worry too much. But it just feels like you will be in some sort of like hut situation. You'll be on guard, a little bit of like defending your back a little bit here, like protecting yourself a bit here. Maybe you've already been through that. But this Fool card is you're jumping into better things. Judgment, truth, clarity, enlightenment. That's what it feels like. I feel like there is a very big epiphany, like a few big epiphanies coming up for you guys. But it's a timeline shift. You'll be out of it before you really realize. And when you look back, it's always when you're out of it and you look back and you're like, what the hell? Like, what was I thinking? Or like, what was like, I can't believe somebody did that. Or I can't believe that even happened. That's what it feels like. It's to do with the past, to do with this Six of Cups. It might alter your memories a little bit too. Things that you thought were like, oh, it's such a good, like, oh, good memories with this person. And you realize like, oh, like, actually, this person's a piece of crap. Anyway, no one is a piece of crap. We're all, I don't know, love and light, but no, some people are a piece of crap, and that's just what they identify as. We have dog, protection from a powerful friend, so interesting. There is somebody, it feels like it's somebody that you were resistant against, or like you didn't have time for. That's why I'm feeling like, there was some resistance against it. Feels like this person might be helping you. You then have Whale, great worry over nothing. Don't worry, you're safe, you're sound. We have some significance around the month of July. All right. We have sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, fresh start, and romance, celebration, party. Things will be okay. Don't you worry. You do have somebody around you who absolutely will be helping you, maybe to mend things. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody is just going to come along in your life and actually help you to pick up the pieces of whatever happened, even if it was nothing to do with them, feels like you do have a support system, and this is what you're realizing, is to do the people in your life. Alrighty, well, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I will see you guys next time. So make sure you subscribe so that you see my videos pop up on your feed. And it helps the channel out massively. And let me know what you think about my setup. Let me know if the reading resonated, etc., etc. Let me know what you think about my cute little lion that my niece made for me. The intelligent little girl. She's incredible, and it always shocks me. And this was very heartwarming, so I put it in the bag. Alright, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. Send you my love. And I hope to see you guys next time.